Okay, picture this. You're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. You're frustrated, angry, and thinking, why does this always happen to me? Now imagine this instead. You take a deep breath, accept that you're here, and think, maybe this delay is exactly what I need. Maybe this is a chance to reflect or reset. What if you could train your mind to not just tolerate setbacks, but to embrace them, to see them as essential parts of your life, not obstacles to it? That's where Amor Fati comes in. Amor Fati, it's Latin for a love of fate. And at its core, it's a mindset that says, whatever happens, good or bad, isn't just something to accept. It's something to love. Now, I know that sounds weird, right? Why would anyone love getting stuck in traffic, missing a promotion, or going through a breakup? But this philosophy, rooted in Stoicism, isn't about pretending bad things don't hurt. It's about realizing that every event in your life, even the tough stuff, has a purpose. The phrase Amor Fati is often linked to the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. In his book Meditations, he wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." Think about that for a second. He's saying that challenges and setbacks aren't there to stop you. They're fuel. They're what make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Fast forward a few centuries, and Friedrich Nietzsche picked up on this idea too. He called Amor Fati the highest expression of human strength, loving your life exactly as it is, without wishing anything were different. So today we're diving deep into this powerful concept. What does it really mean to love fate? Why does it feel so counterintuitive? And most importantly, how can it transform the way you approach your life? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just start seeing obstacles in a whole new light. All right, so now we know why Amor Fati feels so unnatural at first. But here's the good stuff. When you embrace it, it has the power to completely transform your life. Imagine this. Instead of wasting time wishing things were different, you redirect that energy into making the most of what's in front of you. Every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. Take this example. You fail a big test. Most people would see it as a disaster. They'd feel ashamed, maybe even think about giving up. But with Amor Fati, failure isn't the end. It's a chance to learn. You ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do better next time? And suddenly, the failure isn't something to regret. It's something to be grateful for, because it makes you stronger. Here's a mindset shift that Amor Fati brings. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Think about athletes. When they face injuries, they don't just sit around feeling sorry for themselves. They adapt, train smarter, and often come back even stronger. In fact, some of the best comebacks in sports history wouldn't have happened without a setback forcing the athlete to rethink their approach. That's Amor Fati in action, turning pain into progress. And it's not just about bouncing back. Amor Fati also gives you the freedom to let go of control. Because let's face it, control is an illusion. No matter how much we plan, things rarely go exactly how we expect. When you embrace Amor Fati, you stop fighting the current and start flowing with it. You realize that even the unexpected can lead to growth, happiness, and new opportunities. Here's a quote from Marcus Aurelius. "What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the obstacle is the path. With Amor Fati, you stop fearing challenges and start welcoming them as part of your journey. So how does this change your perspective? It makes you more resilient, less anxious, and more focused on what truly matters. Instead of clinging to what could have been, you embrace what is. And that's the kind of mindset that can change your life. Next, let's look at some powerful examples of Amor Fati in action, both in history and in everyday life. All right, let's talk about how Amor Fati shows up in real life, because it's one thing to understand the concept, but it's another to see it in action. Let's start with a historical example. Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl was a psychiatrist who survived the horrors of the Holocaust. While in a concentration camp, he lost his family, his freedom, and almost everything else. But what he didn't lose was his belief that life, even in the most unimaginable suffering, has meaning. Frankl didn't just accept his fate, he used it. He found purpose in helping fellow prisoners survive, and later turned his experiences into a philosophy of resilience and hope. That's Amor Fati, turning tragedy into fuel for growth and transformation. Now let's bring it closer to home. Imagine someone who's faced a career setback. Let's say they get laid off from their dream job. Instead of falling into despair, they decide to use that moment as an opportunity. Maybe they take time to learn a new skill, pivot to a new industry, or finally start that business they've been dreaming about. What seemed like a dead end becomes a fresh start. That's Amor Fati in action. Even something as small as a missed flight can be a chance to practice this mindset. You could get angry, blame the airline, and ruin your day. Or you could take the time to read a book, reflect, or even meet someone interesting at the airport. It's not about the situation. It's about how you choose to respond. And here's the thing. You don't have to be a philosopher or a hero to live this way. You just need to remind yourself that everything, the good, the bad, and the unexpected, is part of the story that makes you who you are. As Marcus Aurelius said, accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs. So the next time life throws you a curveball, ask yourself, how can I use this? How can this make me better? That's Amor Fati. All right, we've unpacked the philosophy, the mindset shifts, and the examples. Now let's wrap things up with some final thoughts and a call to action. All right, let's wrap this up. Amor Fati isn't about pretending life is perfect or ignoring the hard stuff. It's about embracing everything, the good, the bad, and the unexpected, as part of your unique journey. When you stop resisting life and start loving it for exactly what it is, you unlock a whole new level of freedom and resilience. Challenges become opportunities. Setbacks fuel your growth. And every moment, no matter how difficult, becomes a part of the story that makes you you. So here's my challenge to you. The next time life doesn't go as planned, pause for a moment. Instead of thinking, why me? Ask yourself, how can I use this? That one shift can make all the difference. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. And let me know in the comments, what's one challenge in your life that you're ready to embrace with Amor Fati? Thanks for watching, and remember, the obstacle is the way. See you next time.